Okay, welcome everyone to my live stream. Okay, I hope you're all around. Yes, thank you so much for joining, whether it's on the live replay or whether it's currently on the live right now. I really appreciate you. Now, yesterday we kind of like ran into a little bit of an issue with the code, but I have debugged it, and I'm gonna just show you how it's gonna be done. You know, and I'm just gonna take you through the process. Let me just bring the code back to what it was before. Okay, I'll just let me just do 4. I think it's 4. And then we had this minimax of like 100 pixels. And what happens is that I put the auto fit inside the minimax, and that was kind of very that wasn't the right thing to do. So let me just explain how you do it. Now, if I go back to my code right here, and I go back to here, I'll restart this, and you can see that if I reduce at let me reload this at 100 pixels, you'll see that. Oh, is it still breaking down? Have I changed? Have I saved the code? I have not saved it. At 100 pixels, you see that it stops. It stops breaking down. And I was like, nah, what if we were in a situation where we don't want it to go past 100 pixels, but we want it to still not, there's an internet. Oh my god, there's an internet issue. Oh my god. I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, we're back. Okay, we are back. So I was talking about how we didn't want it just to break, but we still wanted we wanted it to not exceed a particular limit, because min max sets the maximum I, which is 1 fr, which is 1 fraction, which divides the screen into about 4 fractions, then selects 1 fraction if you are repeating it 4 times. What I was saying is that, okay, what if we set a limit, but we don't want it to break out? So we want it to probably break down to another row, and that's how you use this new concept called autofit. Now what happens? I was putting the autofit here, but I was oblivious to the fact, and I probably mixed that up in my brain. But actually, the autofit is supposed to be actually right here in the repeat. Now it's nice because it's telling you that, okay, repeat the amount of times on a particular column. If you cannot repeat on that, okay, basically, let me just make it simpler. There's a column, the different columns. So there are 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4 columns right here. But we're saying that, if, for instance, I said put 3 columns, for instance, you would see that the last one breaks down. Now, the fact is that naturally, it's not like I say if you put 3 columns, it will only put 3 items. It will break the last one into another row. Basically, that's what it does. So you're saying that 3 columns and 4 rows, but if anything exceeds the column length, break down to the other row. So what I'm saying is that, okay, since that there's a rule for that, let me not specify the amount of columns I want. Specify it as much as space demands it. So I'll come here, do autofit. I hope you can hear me. Autofit right there, and I'm going to come into my stuff and then reload it. Now, as I resize it, you can see now it doesn't yet reach my limit. So I didn't specify 3 columns. I specified that, okay, one space, when there's not enough space, break it down. So now we have, now once it reaches 100 pixels, it starts breaking down until it reaches there. Until it reaches the final section where they both break down into 4 distinct rows. So that's the beauty of this. Let's say you need something where you want to automatically, have a responsive layout using grid. This is it's a better way of analyzing it. So yes, okay. Now, last but not least, we're going to be talking about the remaining things I didn't address yesterday, which was justify content and justify self. Now, if you watch the previous video, I actually talked about how you could align the items inside. So let me just come here, come here. Okay, come here. And I'm gonna just go to background styles, and I'm gonna remove this once. Okay, uncomment it, and uncomment it. Okay, okay. I hope that works. Yeah, uncomment it. If you're on the live, I'm just gonna say hi. Just say hi. Thank you for coming. Make sure to subscribe, of course. Subscribe, which is very very needed. To subscribe. That what I'll, that I'm going to be posting some new content. I'm going to be setting up a new JavaScript series tomorrow, which I'm going to put a lot of effort into. So you should be expecting JavaScript series. I'm also going to be posting some new videos on my channel, just more edited versions of a live stream that are much more straightforward to the point and are shorter. So if you're interested in that, just comment, say, okay, so I want this. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to uncomment this. Okay, I'm going to uncomment this. Right now. So if I check this, I think something should change. Yeah. Now they will all be, smaller, but they'll still fit inside the column. So yesterday I talked about how you can position this. So I talked about using what you call justify items. So this will position everything in a particular way. For instance, let's say I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to do justify, item. So it's items. And what I'm going to do there is I'm going to just put what I want. So there are like 4, there are 5 actually. There's start, there's center, there's end, and there's baseline. Start, center, end, and baseline. So if I do start and center, now just know, a lot of people talk about the row axis and the the row axis and the column axis, but I found that kind of like confusing. So let me just break that down in a different manner. So now, justify items basically aligns things on the horizontal axis. So anything that you're changing is going to be moving on a straight line from left to right. Align items is from top to down. So anything that you're changing is going to be moving is vertical. So anything you're changing is going to be moving from top to down. Let me just explain. So I'll put start, which is going to be at the start of the basically I start on the vertical range, or as people might call it on the row axis, but on the vertical range. So it's going to just stay here. It's not going to really change because this is the start. If I move it to the end, to come all the way to the end, which is at this side. Basically, like let me show you. Let me make this. I hope you're enjoying this live stream. Just comment. I'm enjoying it, and I'll check your comment just to make sure. I hope I'm currently on the live. I hope there's no internet issues. Okay, seems like the live is improving. So if I put end, because there was a little break in transmission, and I do reload. Okay, I have not saved my stuff. I do reload. Don't worry about the error. I'm going to fix that. You say to bring it down to the end, but it only changes on this horizontal plane. So it's not going to change anyhow. It's only going to be on a horizontal plane. So you might be like, okay, I want to bring this down. What are you going to do is you're going to now put that on the vertical plane. So that we put end. End means to come down, and start to go exactly to the top where it is currently. At default is at the start and start for both of these. At default code, everything's at the start. So if I put end, they will this one will come down, but it will be at this corner, the right hand corner of this. So let me just show you. Okay, I didn't save it. I really should save. Oh my god, I must figure out how to do this how to save today actually. Okay, you can see right now it's right down there. Nice one. So we can see it's at the right hand side, which is this place at the end, and at the bottom. Now you say, okay, we have learned about start end. Let's say I made the start and center. Now as I said, I learned in the vertical scene. So if I put in the center, it's going to be the center. Let's say this was a square. It's going to be at the center of the square. But if I put center on this one, it's going to be at the center of the square. But let me just show you the code. That's the best way. It's going to be at the center of the square, but it won't really change on the horizontal plane. It will just be at the start. Basically, let me change the code to just show you this. So it's going to come down to the center from the top or from the bottom, or go up to the center. But what's going to happen is that it's going to go up to the center, but it's not going to go to the center of it, but it's going to be at the center on the vertical plane. So if I want to say you want to make everything center, you can do this. Very very nice. But you're saying, okay, but I don't want to. But let's say I don't want to do everything. I mean, this code makes sure that everything has the same amount of alignment. When I want to make one different, and that's when you're gonna have to use something I like to call justify self. Now, that's how it is. Justify self, justify items. Later on, I'll be talking about justified content, which is another thing. Because if I go, let me just put item one and make item one align items end. So I don't want it to be I don't want it to be at the center. I'll just put align items end and end. Let me get this one very different. And justify items end. So just remember, if you want to quickly jog your mind about this, justify items left to right, align items top to down. That's a simple way. No, not justify item, justify self. Sorry, I got lost at that point. Justify self. Then I'll put probably I'll put end here, and an align self end. Just know that align items do not work. It does not work for this. And end. So and if you see that's the first. This is the first one. Okay. I hope I save the code. Why do I not keep saving? Oh my god. You can see that this the first column is has a difference at the end, is at the bottom and at the right hand side. It is perfectly at the place that it's supposed to be that I put it, but everything else follows the exact respective code commands. Okay, so let me just restart. Let me remove this code. I don't think I need it. And now we're going to talk about how to even place your grid. Now you have learned how to place inside of the grid. You have learned how to how to repeat, learn how to autofill, how to make it responsive, learn how to specify the width, height, length, of your rows and columns. But now, how do you position a grid? Now, right now, you might be like, we don't need to position the grid because it fills up everything. Now, the reason why it fills up everything, because the grid is filling up the whole this black outline is like the container, is because there's no width set for it. Let's say, for instance, I put a width of probably 700 pixels. No, not with height, sorry. Height is from top to down, sorry. Sorry about that. I'll put up a height of about 700 pixels, basically. Let's quick. Okay, now we can see that the grid is only filling the side that the grid achieved, which is about 400 pixels of height. So, now, what if you want to position the grid? Like you said, okay, I want the grid to be positioned in a particular way. So to kind of visualize that, I'm just gonna change the code a bit. So we don't need this auto fit right now. I'm going to remove the auto fit. I'm going to do 2. So repeat twice. I'm going to make the grid smaller. I don't want the grid to be big. So I won't put a minimax. So I remove this minimax. I want to set a fixed height. Probably a fixed height. Fixed width. Fixed width. Okay. Then I'll just remove this. One FR will make it fill up the whole screen. For now, no, I'm not interested in that. And let me just bring this. You can see they are all broken down. Now let me remove the stuff that I had it. That's Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Specified height I had it. Yep. Now I think that should work basically. Okay. Now if I come over here to reload the page. Oh, what? I hope there's nothing. I hope there's nothing wrong. Okay, I think I changed the code a bit. So repeat 200 pixels. Repeat 200 pixels. Okay, it seems that there is a little bit of an issue. Ever since I removed the, I didn't probably mess up a particular side of the code. Okay, let me just change some stuff. I'll remove the justify item sensor and line item sensor because we are not using it. That's probably what is messing up the code, likely. So don't put that there, likely. If I should reload, I think it should go back to normal. Okay, that's justifying. Okay, I think I should make the border slightly more so you can really see. So I make the border slightly more so you can really see the. Oh, don't worry, you don't need to. I think it's pretty basic the way it is. Okay, so you can see we have made the grid smaller. So if you look at it, the grid only covers that side. So you'll be like, okay, I want to position the grid. How do I do that within a container? So I don't know which place you might need to do this. Maybe you want to position several grids in a particular plane. You can use this. And it's the last concept I'll be talking about today, which is justified content. Yeah, justify content. So this basically what it does is it aligns the grid. Basically, let's say I put justify content. It's similarly just very similar to the justify items and the align items. It's very similar to that, but it is now actually positioning the grid the way it's supposed to be positioned. So if I do justify content, I put justify content, and let's say I add center. Now, as I said, justify content is from left to right, so it's going to center it in the left to right plane. Let's go. Let's see this. Whoa, your grid is centered. Oh, in the place I want it on the horizontal line. Now let's say I want to bring it down, centered. I'll do align items. Then I'll put center. Not baseline. I'm not doing baseline. Okay, I didn't talk about baseline for the justify itself. Baseline is basically just on top. Basically, yeah, I think that's what it does. Yes, okay, on top. So you want to put it on top, it's just baseline. Yeah, baseline. And I mean, let me just check. I think let me just envision it here so you can just quickly see it. Let me make a mistake. Okay, baseline just puts it at the top. I don't know. You might not likely use baseline, but the baseline puts it at it. I don't make use of baseline myself, but sorry. But baseline is just that. Now you have seen what baseline does. Yeah, I think you have to put. It's going to put like in the middle of the line, probably, and you have to set a specified height for that to work. Oh, is baseline still around? What? Oh, I put align item center. Oh, okay, we're supposed to be align content. Okay, that's not what baseline does. Sorry about that. I thought I put sorry, baseline. Let me do that. Now, if I put the baseline right here, baseline is basically start. So I think baseline. I think there's some differences. You could I could just find that out. But let me just check Google difference between baseline and start. Stars are likely to be flush with the start edge of your cell and allows to flush with the end of the cell, aligns the items in the center of the cell. Basically, aligns the items along text baseline. Okay. So yeah, that's basically what baseline does. Okay, well that's not really an important thing right now. Let's just center this this grid. Now as you can see it's just centering the grid, basically. Now the grid are the perfect center of the page. Now next, what else you might want to do, you might want to have, is you might want to put this, you might want to now learn some other stuff, which is I'm going to be teaching you, which is space between and space around. Obviously, this is going to actually space out the grid in a even way. So it's not in an even way, but space between them. Just there's space evenly, which is the even way, which will make space evenly between the outer and the inner axis. But let me just do this. You see, like it's going to space this between everything. So it puts it at the far end. So I don't know why you might need this for, but I mean, if you're gonna need this, that's how you do it. I mean, that's how you do it. So I have give you the secret, unlocked the secrets. Okay, what do I do? Space evenly. Basically, going to space it evenly on the inner and the outside. It's the only best way I can to see it is to know it's to see it for yourself. So I'll do it evenly. Just greeting everyone that's on the live stream. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of my live stream. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, share it to anybody who's interested in CSS or Grid. I'm gonna be doing more of these live streams more often. So yeah. So keep on. Keep on. Okay, so I'm gonna just restart this, and you can see it spaces all evenly. You can see it's spaced evenly on the inside and on the outside. But still at the center. Yeah. Next, we can now do space around. That's just gonna put space around. Let me just show you how it's gonna do that. Yep, and if you put space around on the this thing is just put space around evenly. That's just the basic thing it does. And yeah. Thank you so much for coming to this live stream. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. Likely tomorrow or whenever I do my next live stream, we're gonna be working on JavaScript. I'm gonna enter into JavaScript. Now, don't worry, I'm still gonna come to do it like a full CSS live stream where I'm gonna start from break it down. But I'm gonna be doing JavaScript for my next live stream. And just click on notifications. Make sure to just be there waiting for it if you're interested in learning JavaScript. Also, be moving on to React later on. Oh yeah.